flying here over here. I'm looking at all the kids on the plane. They're all got their iPads up, pretending they're driving around, learning the track. It's something we didn't do back in the day, but it's a massive tool and really works well.
Lee Nicolau's engineer will be off on a bit of a whirlwind trip as well. He's going to be doing some open wheel testing in Sepang and also Fuji Speedway, and then he's off to Paul Ricard to do some work there.
Nice.
So even in the support categories, we're seeing the experience of experienced engineers helping out as the boys pull onto the grid.
Roll lighten him up there. Obviously, he's got a bit of rubber to burn, so he's happy, but I don't think the killer is quite in that position. He's wounded a couple of tyres in qualifying, so he'll be just trying to hang on, I think.
I think you're right. Chris Walton hurt some tyres and is about to feel the full effect of that. Lining up on the grid. Slowly but surely they get ready. The heat haze rising above the grid. First race on a Sunday morning. This one's going to be a nice one.
There's our green flag.
Green flag at the back. Final race for the East Coast Bull Bars. V8 Utes, red light is on. It's Walton versus Harris on the front row. Oh, we've got a stalwart. It's Marjoram. He's not going anywhere. The whole field struggles to miss him. The disappointment.
Gets it away, gets it refired, gets the car moving.
He was on for his best weekend.
This is going to play into McNally's hands.
Oh, Harris is sideways.
The killer's in front.
Great start for Walton. Did exactly what he needed to do. He needs to defend his life right now from some fast guys behind him. And McNally's already into P4. Oh, it's a sideways car up Dontis. He'll have the inside sit at 5. Mediki,
nice there. Just give McNally some room. So a lot of respect from these front-running guys.
Oh, there goes the respect. Because McNally's in a rush. He knows he's got a fast car and he needs to get around Dontis.
He's got him cleared.
And he does it. Use the bumpers, use the doors. Get it done nice and early. The Stratcoat Ute is inside the top 3. Marjoram trying to fight his way over the curbs. He'll be kicking himself.
We're still too wide here, but McNally's going to have the line.
Who's going to lift? McNally's up
That
the
is
inside.
Unbelievable through there. Someone's going to hit the fence.
Dontis scrapes the blue paint off on the wall. It was always going to happen. I can't believe they even attempted that. Brave driving. Jane squeezing up the inside. He leads
Rattling on the back of Taki's bumper.
This is great racing. And Mediki rises to 3rd. They're still banging doors as they go around turn 10, 11. Jane's going to get punted off wide.
Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of spots there. We've got 1 round, 2 round.
It's principal skill.
Hang on to it, brother.
Oh, no, we've got a massive fire at the bottom of Peter Burnett's car. I wonder if that's dropping oil.
Oil on the rear tyres there for sure.
And Marjoram's sliding up the inside. There might be some oil on the track. Danny Bazadzik's got damage. It all kicked off on the first lap of the final race. They've been unusually patient until this point, and now the battle is on for the lead. Harris gets it done on the inside. Must have got a great run out of turn 14. Walton wants the lead back, though. Wow, what an exciting first lap for the final race. Screeching.
Oh, hang on to a roll.
Harris is sliding out in the fence. Goes Ryle Harris. Winner of the first 2's ripped his mirror off.
Mediki behind's got some damage on the left rear as well.
Just couldn't get it stopped down there at turn 4. Gloves are off for the final race. Exciting stuff. This has given the Renko Ute the lead once again. McNally's back there in 4th. He just got caught up with a brawling pack down through turn 9. He's got the speed to get on with it.
Yeah, there was just a lot of argy-bargy. Everyone trying to get that 3rd, 4th place. They knew the 2 guys in front were going to bolt, and someone wanted to be chasing them.
Kim James had to box at the end of that lap, given the damage. Marjoram's managed to get his way back up to 9th at the moment, so he's...
Nathan Pretty sneaking up to 5th, so it's the best he's gone all weekend.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
Must be hard adapting from flying through the air in the stadium truck and coming back to driving a ute. They're both pickups, but very different sorts of vehicles.
All right, so it's the Auto 1 Ute. Oh, he got moving and then it
stalled it. He's trying to refire it, fires the motor up. Good thinking.
That must be such a horrible feeling, sitting there waiting for what might be a grim destiny. Great start.
Yeah, nice cruising. Get away.
Got the jump on his old teammate, and here comes Marjoram's Ute. Man, he's lucky.
It's not a nice feeling. I've been rear-ended there before, sitting on the grid. Not cool. 2 wide through here is never going to work.
I can't believe that wasn't worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's what queued them all up.
The good thing about ute racing is if you hit the fence, it just straightens you back up again. Look, boom, boom, away he goes.
No worries. Mediki and
this is when Mediki had a real good look.
Mediki was 6 on approach down towards turn 8, ended up in 3rd.
Oh, okay, so he's rattled the bumper of McNally. McNally couldn't go anywhere except into Jane. Similar move he put onto Cedars. And
Nathan got past everyone smelling roses then. There goes Jordan Skinner, local racer. Peter Burnett with the flames out the bottom.
Oil on the rear tyres there. This will give us a good look at it.
Lee Nicolau trying to piece his way through. It's like a scene out of Armageddon down there at the moment.
Yeah, it was good driving. He lifted off the throttle a bit.
Not too much oil getting on the windscreen.
Ryle's just bowled a wide here. Just had an off day. He's just pitched it too wide.
This one we haven't
He hasn't got damage. You might be able to haul him back in, but Walton out to a 1.3-second lead.
These boys have been in the walls this weekend. There's Noel Edge focusing backwards for the second time this weekend at turn 9.
So here we go. We have Walton and Harris, both equal on points.
And if it finishes that way, it'll be Walton who goes on top.
Because his qualifying position. So Ryle's got to dig deep here. 5 laps to do it. Slick Mediki with a bit of aero drag behind us. He'll be a bit slow on a straight line.
Hopefully it doesn't come off and stay on the racing line.
McNally looks like he might be a bit wounded.
So over the curbs they hop. It's been an exciting start so far, but thankfully the boys look to have sorted it out halfway home in the final race. So Walton is just kind of trying to hold that lead, but it's going to be very difficult on these old tyres, lap by lap.
Harris pulled half a second out of him on the last lap, so the gap coming down to 0.7 now. He's got enough time to get it done. And in yesterday's race, Walton actually got up alongside him on the last lap, and he really could have got into his door and moved him out of the way, but wanted to keep that friendship intact and was happy to finish second. I don't think Ryle's got the same opinion.
If they finish the way they are right now, which is extremely unlikely given the nature of this sport.
I love watching these guys through turn 8. It's a different attitude to every other car they've got there. They tip it in and balance it on the throttle and drift it through.
Well, we've got local yellows down here. And unfortunately, Kovacs.
So that car's out of the way, local yellows, but it does stop a passing opportunity going into 9.
They might retract those yellows in a few laps once everyone's aware of the danger.
He's closing right in now. Now watch the drive Ryle gets off this corner. His car's been extremely good all weekend, just coming off the corner beautifully.
It was the one thing that Walton highlighted from yesterday's race, wasn't it, Paul? The fact that he just couldn't get the drive out of the corners. Yeah,
and the rules really don't allow you to have many setup changes. They're both driving Fords. The suspension's the same, everything the same. So it's either going to come back to a little bit of ride height, a little bit of tyre pressure, and that's about it. All Walton seeks is snips that tyre.
That left front.
The left front, which is quite unusual when you're turning right. But
oh no, it's
Dantas in the wall. Come on, mate, grab reverse. We're going to keep this thing green. Yeah.
Or maybe with some broken steering, though, I think.
Yeah, we don't want a yellow.
Because he'd be right hand down right now. Trying, no.
We're going to get a yellow. We're going to get one here.
Well, this will definitely bring it out.
Old mate, the fat stick.
He's been a busy man this weekend, and Fane's involved with this one. Oh, the finger pointing is on.
So he should be trying to grab reverse now and just get out of there.
I think he's too busy playing the blame game at the moment, and that will bring out the safety car. And this will bunch the pack up. Probably good news for Marjoram, who needed to catch up to everyone else.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get this thing tidied up quickly. We've got sort of 7.5 minutes to run. I don't know why he's getting out of the car, man. I reckon if he got in, now I know why he's getting out of the car. I've had that happen to me, actually.
I was going to say, you might have some advice from him in this situation, Paul. The do's and don'ts. Yeah,
I had Tony Longhurst through my window once throwing a few haymakers. It was pretty funny.
Did he land any?
Yeah, but I had my helmet on, so it didn't matter.
Who really loses a fight in that situation? Yeah. Thankfully, Fane's going to walk away.
I don't think there's that much wrong with that car. Like, pretty sure these things are pretty strong. He could have just grabbed reverse, got out there. Local yellow here, and we could have kept racing.
It's also going to make it pretty awkward to move now. Oh,
yeah. Oh man, we're not going to go green here. That's pushed that wall back a lot.
So damage to the wall on the inside of the front straight and two stranded cars. Oaklands can't get out of here.
I haven't seen that before, so.
And Fane
not happy, mate.
Helmet off, and now a chance to try and hopefully cool down a bit. So a remarkable dent on the front straight wall, courtesy of Oaklands and Fane getting together. There was certainly no doubt in Fane's mind who was at fault in this accident.
Yeah, and it's right where the gate is to the opening. So you can see the gate, the metal gate there for the opening of the letting people on the grid. And just the wrong spot. Here we go, let's see what's happened here.
Let's try and break all this down. So Oaklands is up the inside of Fane at turn 14.
Fair enough, that's fair enough.
Fair bump so far. And,
well, that's just famous Fane's fault.
Maybe he had, surely had something broken.
No,
the initial contact, maybe?
No, he just started turning right on the dude.
Okay, he's turned in there.
He's in his rights to be up to the door panel. There's plenty of room on the left-hand side of the track. If he just drove in a straight line there wouldn't be a drama. What tends to happen when you run a lot of camber on the front of these cars, the tyres can actually grab and they pull into each other and just take you straight to the fence. So even...
It's hard to see what his hands are doing there. Jeez, it was a nasty impact.
So the initial contact was nowhere near the front wheels. So I don't think there's any broken steering or anything. He's just sort of come over to go, hey, you gave me one coming into the corner, I'm going to give you one going out.
Do you get the feeling something else has happened half a lap before all this?
Nah, I've actually had this very similar accident happen. It was very similar to what happened with me and Tony Longhurst. We actually the cam of the car's run, you actually rub wheels, and it broke a steering clevis on my car, and it looked like I was turning down on him. We both ended up in the fence. So
there is the view inside race control as they all scratch their head as to how we're going to work our way through this one.
No, they won't. They'll maintain speed. Okay, David to Craig, just confirming. Safety car will make...
It's always a cast of thousands in there. Do you and Tony ever talk about that great moment back in the early 90s?
Yeah, we sorted it out that afternoon. Like, if anyone knows Tony, he's got a pretty short fuse, so yeah, we were there. Frank Gardner sorted it out pretty quickly. It didn't take much sorting out once he got involved.
We do miss no baloney Tony. He actually ran in the V8 Ute Series not too long ago. And at the moment, Chris Walton is on for a series victory here in terms of the round if we don't get back to racing, although we are. We're going to leave the two cars there and potentially drop the hammer. No, we're going to get the checkered flag this time
we'll finish under yellow, which is a shame because Ryle was on a charge.
So Walton is actually going to take the event win. It looks so unlikely coming into it. A mistake from Harris at turn 4 gives it away. And George Miedeke will finish third on the podium.
So the two great mates, best of mates, raced each other hard all day, all weekend. Can go and have a beer tonight. They're both equal on points and clean the slate and go to the next round and put the gloves back on.
And there are the two stranded cars in the background. I get the feeling it's going to be a Walton v Harris show a few times this year, but Marjoram showed some good speed. So did Dontis, Miedeke, McNally.
But you'll be happy with that points haul first round.
Absolutely. He's made the switch over to Matt Stone Racing. So two Matt Stone Racing cars on the podium.
On the podium, so that's good for Matt.
And Peters Motorsport doing a great job once again, getting the Renko Ute to the top. A great example of sometimes you just need to be smart about your racing, even on old tyres. He's consolidated a win. Very, very impressive for Chris Walton. Equal on points, but will take the victory courtesy of finishing higher in the last race of the weekend, being this, race 3. And that was as exciting as you'd expect it to be with the East Coast Bull Bars V8 Utes. That's how they'll finish up behind the caution flag. Walton from Harris and Miedeke, that's how they'll also stand on the podium. McNally consolidated well to drive to 4th after problems in the qualifying race.
Yeah, it was good.
Adam Beachy with a personal best finish of 6 in this race. Might add, we've seen Norm Beachy, the star from the 60s, getting around the track this weekend.
That's cool.
Very cool.
To go get an autograph.
Jared McLeod. Jared McLeod got himself up to 12th off the back row.
That is cool because he was in the wars last night, got a big touch up from the stewards, shook it off, went and did what he likes to do, is race his car, and did a good job of it, so he can drive home proud tonight.
Well, that was very exciting. So once again, the Utes turning it on the streets of Adelaide. And that's how they'll line up in terms of the championship, and that's how they'll stand on the podium so far today. Nathan Pretty will finish up in 6th, and the championship picture will go on. Reece McNally, by the way, got himself 3 points for getting pole position Okay, let's rewind and figure out how we got to this stage in what was a brief but exciting race. Problems were early for Marjoram.
Marjoram got it fired up again.
Extremely lucky that that Auto 1 ute is looking as pristine as it is right now.
Just rolls into the back of him here. Bit of air time.
And there might be a few more penalties handed out in post because we do have 1 or 2 drivers that have gone curb hopping, including Ryan Hansen.
Hansen on 3, everyone else has got 1, so a couple up their sleeve there.
And in a race that ends behind the safety car, that's never a good thing. This is when it all kicked off. Whack! Yeah. Dontas gets the fence at 8, and a few guys sneak past him, and they all stood on each other's toes in the hairpin, and it kept on going through.
Got real messy here.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11, they were all banging into each other. Jordan Skinner got turned around, Peter Burnett, Bezadzik in the fence. And for all of that, guys like McLeod were picking their way through the traffic.
McLeod was good, and if you look at his lap times, they were good enough to be running in the top 5. So great job by him to dig himself out of that situation.
Cedar stayed out of trouble and managed to finish 3rd over the curb, over the bumps.
Here's where Ryle looks like he locked the right rear coming in there.
Those bumps are a nasty thing. It takes all the weight off the rear tyres. Very easy to do that. We saw Walton do it in qualifying. That's probably what brought about an end to the Air Road ute. We saw him pull over to the left after that. And this is the race-ending crash.
This is cool. This is nothing. They both made it through the corner on the exit. And this is what causes the drama.
I get the feeling there might be some words about that one back in the ute paddock.
Yeah, well,
at the end of the day, and Oakland's was up and about. All the officials down there
jumped out of the way. They would have seen that one coming. That's where they've both front tyres are locked up, and one's trying to turn left, one's trying to turn right, and they're both hanging out of the fence. So there's really only one person to blame for it.
That's why we have you in here, Paul. That's why we love getting the experts in.
Payne's got no reason to be in there.
Oakland's probably thinking, what did I do wrong? Slams the door. Yeah. Make sure it's shut on your way up, please.
But yeah, he'll sit back and have a look at the replay and realise that you're in the car sometimes and everything looks completely different. You've got a different opinion, and it all happens to us. And go back and look at it in the cold hard light today and go, okay, well, I made a mistake.
So Walton, after being in the top 2 shootout, will take the round victory from Harris and Miedeke. 2 of those Matt Stone Racing utes finishing up on the podium, and Kim Jane and a few other big names in the back. Thank you very much to Paul Morris for his help this weekend. And the boys are going home on the back of a flatbed truck. As we see the utes get cleaned up out on track, we've got off DTs coming up shortly, so plenty to see and do here around the